Welcome to Talk Commerce. I'm Isaac Morey, and today's episode is another compilation of conversations we recorded at eTail Palm Springs. One of the best parts of eTail is all the people that you meet there. The event really attracts a great mix of founders, marketers, retailers, and strong personalities with stories to tell. That made this episode especially fun to put together, and case in point, we're going to start it off with Ohsman, who brings great energy and sharp insights, followed by a whole bunch more conversations from across the show floor at eTail Palm Springs. Let's jump right into it. So what's the buzz here at eTail at Palm Springs so far?
A buzz you've heard 1,000 times? No, I do think it's now where we were last year of AI, look, it's gonna, now they're like, yeah, I use this AI tool for this. I use this to make my content creation more, we have like tactical applications now.
Yeah.
I think. And then everybody's still scared and unknown and not sure.
What's your AI hot take?
I think 26, we're going to have, not a bubble, we're going to have a blister. We're going to have a correction. We're going to have there's going to be winners and losers. And then as you see, because I'm seasoned, I've been around a little while, what typically happens is new technologies that are as disruptive as this is usually go and they're attracted to mediocrity. And what they do is they take mediocrity and they usually flush that out. And so who's standing at the end, which I think at the end of this year and this next holiday, that's when we're going to start seeing AI in the shopping and commerce. The mediocre ones who really haven't been that great in a while, you know what I'm saying? They're going to get called out and we'll start seeing them. And then the ones who are adapting and evolving next year, you're going to kind of see them flourish.
And what about like from the brand side? What's the mediocrity look like there? What mistakes do you see people making?
Well, I think, and there's a lot of debate about this, but I sit and close my eyes. I think the D2C market in our business for brands are actually going to have a little bit of a heyday because as the traffic, there's just the pure traffic of the LLMs, just continue to we're standing here recording this, and they've probably added like millions and millions of more people, right? Well, today, most of that is popping out to these websites. It's popping out to these D2Cs. It's popping out to these things. So there's a massive traffic kind of bump, I think, that's about to happen. And it's unpaid so far. Mm-hmm. So I think brands who are really actually paying attention to that, I'm not caught up in the generative engine optimization or the answer. I'm not caught up in that. I think if you're doing good work and you got foundation, I think, yes, you'll be set up, you'll be positioned okay. That's for me. And in the Amazon circles, Amazon's not there yet. Rufus still sucks. And so there's not much to glean there or really optimize or really be proactive. But it will. You got to be ready.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That was a long answer to a very short question.
No, that was a good answer.
Yeah.
Let's see. Any final words?
No, I think content, I'm learning a lot. There's actually a lot of really, really smart people here that have not only been in this, but they have the thing I like is you have so many different perspectives and they're formed by different things. And so the experiential shopping thing is coming away. Is that really happening versus content? I just think there's another evolution. And at my last words is like, we just simmered down, okay? The mass consumption of all this stuff, we're in the bubble. We're sucked in it, right? I just think it's going to take more time. I just relax. It'll happen. But I don't think the general consumer is just like, oh my God, I'm never going out of AI ever. Like AI, I'm not there yet. Mm-hmm. Is it happening fast? Yes, but just calm down.
What's your favorite part about eTail?
First of all, this particular eTail is in Palm Springs, California. It's 75 degrees, it's sunny, it's warm, it's amazing. It's also done in this hotel, this beautiful resort. It's got good vibes. I don't know. It's like, even the exhibitors, I say this all the time, Isaac, I don't know if this is your experience. Am I supposed to ask you questions?
You can ask me questions.
Like, a lot of times you go to these conferences and trade shows or whatever, you go in and the vendor thing is just, they're not happy people because they paid a lot of money and either they're not getting enough people, not enough, you know what I mean? Every time I walk through that hall, it's like pretty damn good vibes. Are some people happier than others? But I think it's just the mood, the sunshine, Brent's wonderful, vibrant print shirts. It's just, I don't know, people are happy here. That's my eTail vibe.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming on our Talk Commerce short, and we'll be on Always Off Brand at some point before we wrap up.
Elizabeth Lachhar. Hi, everybody. I'm with RezolveAI. I'm the EVP of the Americas.
Great. Thanks for sitting down with us, Elizabeth. To kick things off, why don't we just talk a little bit about Rezolve and give us the elevator pitch. What is it that you guys do for your clients?
So RezolveAI is the end-to-end platform for agentic commerce. We've been around for 10 years, which most people don't realize. We have 600 plus customers around the world. We're on 5 continents. And we have so much more to share. So we're so happy to be here in Palm Springs and meeting lots of customers.
Great. And why should companies care about agentic?
Yeah, I was sharing with some customers this morning, actually. I have a 9-year-old daughter, and the generation Alpha is upon us. They're worth $5 trillion in buying power, and that's going to happen in the next 3 to 4 years. So I think that thought process, they're a generation that's already doing search verbally. They're digitized. They want one-click wonders. And I think, the traditional waterfall approach of e-commerce is end of life. I mean, we're really in the digitization of the future. So I think we need to really think about that hyper-personalization that our kids, but also now that we all want.
Yeah. For those of us who are a little less tech savvy than Gen Alpha, what exactly is agentic commerce?
Yeah, it's the ability to work, either human to agent, so it isn't a chatbot situation. It's using large language models, so it's smart. It's almost human to human, it feels, or it could be agent to agent. So what does that look like? It looks like we could, in the future, have agent shopping on our behalf. But it means that technology starts to learn what is meaningful to us, what we really desire, and then goes out to find it. And I think brands are going to need to really embrace that and who they are and how they fit into that shopper's experience or life and how they add value to it.
Awesome. And why is now the right time to move forward with agentic commerce?
Well, again, I'm asking all of our retailers and their partners to be ready for that to be future fit. But ultimately, I think that we're all looking for experiences. And that isn't just I want a dress, I'm buying a dress. It's I'm going to a party and I want shoes and I want to know what the weather is and I want to know if I can eat the meal in this dress and I want a handbag and I also need to know logistics. How am I going to get there? Is there parking? Do I need an Uber? It's no longer a 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of approach. It's circular. It's being in multiple places at once. People want to know the full experience of what else these brands and these retailers can offer in terms of that one-off purchase. But I think what RezolveAI brings is that conversion of shopping carts. We know that 97% of everyone that shops online doesn't even put anything into a cart. So how do we convert and bring revenue growth with our retailers instead of just cost optimization? And then how do we ask the frontline workers and those people in the stores to be more knowledgeable as to where inventory is and what location that resides in. So merchandising by region. And in this kind of landscape of shorter supplies and shorter availability, I think that's going to be a secret to success for conversion.
Awesome. And what do you envision e-commerce looking like 1 year from now?
I mean, I really think we're in conversational commerce now, which means it's being smart and having deep, multi-layered questioning and getting answers. It's looking at something not just from a blazer body type, but its color, its fabric, its size, it's understanding what goes with that blazer, the blouse, the underneath, the shoes. It's no longer just a one-stop shop. it's looking at a 360 view as part of a lifestyle. So the storytelling is not going to be any longer a search that says, I want a blazer. It's going to be, I'm in Palm Springs, it's very warm, what kind of blazer can I buy? And what goes with that blazer? And by the way, when I have lunch, can I still wear the blazer?
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks for joining us. Do you have any final words or hot takes you'd like to close on?
Yeah, I would say, for everybody out there, we should be talking conversational already. And the agentic story is so powerful because we need to get data ready. We need to get data ready. So RezolveAI can support our enterprise customers to do that. And I would say don't underestimate that end-to-end platform. So just going from search, discovery, multi-dimensional search, to conversational, to agentic, and to payments. So, payments are going to be automated before you know it. So I would say, really for everyone, we shouldn't just look at that year out. We should look at the next couple years and be ready for it. But we're happy to join everybody on the journey, and feel free to call us to support you on that.
I worked at Arc'teryx. You might know them. They're the leading brand in jackets and outerwear. What I found, and what all of our co-founders found from a retail background, is that intelligence from your market and competitors is incredibly fragmented. It's anecdotal at best. So if you're looking back at Black Friday, Cyber Monday, most brands can relate to this as a key moment for them. When you look back, you'll know exactly what your brand did. But if you want to look at what happened in your market, there's people with anecdotal screenshots that were saved on their desktop, or maybe an email or a paid ad that they caught, or something that they sent in a DM. And they're going to bring that to your steering committee, and they're going to try to use that as inspiration for your next campaign. You really think that one digital touch point is going to be representative of the entire market and how your competitive set is showing up on a key moment like that? What we found is that as we look at every single digital touch point from your brands, your competitors, and any wholesale or reseller channels, any campaign moment like this often happens in a more nuanced way than you think is true. There's emerging campaign opportunities that you miss. The timing is much more nuanced than you might recognize, because internally you might be starting Black Friday on the Wednesday, but we can look at your market and show you that on Monday, that's when 90% of your competitors first launched their sale, and how they flipped day to day, turning a retro from something that might provide a bit of uncertainty to absolute clarity and a predictive view of what's going to happen next.
Awesome. So you might have touched on this a little, but could you tell us more about the pain points that you're finding retailers sharing here at eTail?
Yeah, one of the things that I'm seeing very often is challenges around pricing. So there's a lot of brands and retailers, and we're so focused on D2C, but there's a lot of brand and retailers that have huge wholesale networks, or they're first party on Amazon. And they're finding that there's new competitors emerging, or competitors that they already know about, pushing out similar products at similar price points, or different price points. And what they're seeing because of that is perhaps they're missing some margin in between, or perhaps that there's some white space in the actual product lines that they're selling. And so what we've created is a digital pricing intelligence module on our platform, where we match your product to similar products from other brands, and we show you exactly how their price is stacking up to yours, and where the white space is for you to either adjust pricing to your benefit, or create new product lines to fill a gap in the market.
Hey there, Isaac Morey here again. If you've listened this far, there is a good chance that e-commerce and retail innovation are topics that you care about. If so, then we should get in touch. We're going to be at eTail Boston this August, so if you're attending, I'd love to meet you in person, potentially even feature a conversation with you on Talk Commerce. Don't hesitate to reach out on LinkedIn and send me a message if you're going, and let's talk.
We invested in building our own machine learning predictive analytics platform, and this was about, I think, 5 years back. And I really wanted to, through this book, emphasize on the power of the machine learning predictive analytics version of AI, the old AI, let us say, because it really makes a performance impact. So this is about 250 experiments that have been run in the last year for all of our clients, and they've driven cumulative, if you really look at the additional revenue, is close to about $30 million. Now, we are talking about big numbers now which can be driven through experiments, and that's what we are talking about here.
For a company who's maybe never heard of NetElixer, what's your elevator pitch?
We combine human expertise, which we have really built over the last 22 years now. We are one of the initial digital marketing or performance marketing agencies, along with AI, which has been built by our own team to really drive exceptional performance for our customers. We also have a bit of a bragging right. We are the agency with #1 in terms of NPS score, Net Promoter Score. We have a Net Promoter Score of 84.4, which is double the industry average.
Anything you're hearing a lot of people talking about here at eTail Palm Springs?
I think AI is moving from buzz to action. So people are really talking about, I know you have a great AI, but does it really drive any results or outcomes? And that's what people are talking about. And luckily we have, through Elixir Insights, been able to really prove that there is AI which can drive measurable outcomes or results.
Yeah, cool. As we wrap up, do you have any final words or hot takes to close with?
I mean, hot takes is one, is there is a lot of talk about AI, etc. But as e-commerce businesses, I think the big focus should be, are you able to really utilize or tap into the power of AI to drive incremental revenues and identify opportunities which may be not apparent to the regular campaign management and optimization area. So think of performance AI is, I think, the next that I think everyone will be sort of pursuing or needs to pursue as well.
So first, just starting off with our founders. Our founders were part of the engineering teams that built Google Ads and the Instacart ad platform. And essentially what we are is an agentic AI for Google Ads management. So customers can spend or pretty much plug in their Google Ads platform, their Google Analytics, Shopify, all their first-party data. And what we do is we go analyze all the historical data from all of that and create a really comprehensive media plan and build out kind of bespoke campaigns and autonomously manage ads for e-commerce brands. So ones that are using typically agencies, doing it in-house, kind of wondering if they're getting the best out of their ad spend, we do that for them autonomously.
Super. Well, we're here at eTail Palm Springs. What's been the buzz? What have you been hearing from your people coming by and chatting with you at the booth?
Yeah, I think just across, we just hear a lot about AI and agentic AI specifically, and so there's, that means different things to different people, but I think specifically for us is, what's part of our business is a lot of companies are struggling with managing their Google ad spend, kind of wondering if they're getting the most out of it, and so I think kind of what we're doing really resonates, and AI is kind of the theme, and that really kind of parlays into what we do.
Cool. Any new products or features that you're launching in 2026 that you want to hype?
Yeah, so it starts with Google Ads. That's what we're best at. That's what we've done really well with across for our customers. I think the next question we always get is, can you do meta ads for us? Can you do Amazon for us? Can you do Bing, et cetera? And the answer is yes. We just came out with Bing. So we're doing Google Ads and Bing, and then in probably the next month or two, we're also going to do meta ads as well. So the idea is we're going to be kind of cross-platform and be able to manage your ad spend across multiple platforms and really optimize everything for you. So we're going to be kind of the one-stop shop for your paid ads.
Here at eTail, we work with tons of retailers who are already here, but essentially for the retail space, think about it from an intelligence layer. We're a detection platform. We are client-side detection, and when we put that pixel up on your website, we're now unlocking the doors and providing you with so much intelligence and turning on the lights for marketers that they never had access to before. Think about it from the top of the funnel. We want to create more quality coming in to impact revenue down below. And how we do that is from the paid side or the direct or organic traffic that's coming to your website, we can help reduce ad waste from your paid media side by 70%, but then also be able to understand everything around the LLMs and the AI and the invalid traffic that's happening today on your website, right? There's some level of invalid traffic that is on your website today as a retailer. You just have no idea about the actual levels of that, right? So we want to unlock and be able to provide you with that intelligence. So really it's an ability to provide intelligence and reduce ad waste and create a safer environment and more quality coming in the doors. Because right now there are malicious actors and LLMs and AI bots. But again, the old world used to be that AI and automation on your website was really bad. But today we want to be able to, it's a very nuanced situation because we're in this hybrid world where LLMs and AI are actually acting on behalf of consumers and businesses and actually creating a lot of positivity, potential revenue opportunities for your business as well. So you need to really understand that and not just block anything that's bad, but we want to be able to provide you that intelligence and help block the malicious bad actors, as we call them.
Cool.
Yeah.
Any new features or products, services you've got launching in 2026 that you want to?
Yeah, I mean, we're always investing in the platform, but I look at it from the whole funnel perspective. We have compliance tools, right? Because a lot of websites are under attack today for compliance and being able to be compliant with what's going on today across the country. So we have compliance tools like tag management tools, but overall, the first use case we typically work with retailers like yourself is exactly that top of the funnel, creating more quality coming in, providing you with that intelligence, cleaning up your data from a holistic perspective, creating more accuracy, and it allows you to have more actionable business insights, right? From being able to have intelligence that you never had access to before. And that's because we are the only client-side detection platform out there. If you think about the Cloudflares and probably a lot of CAPTCHA stuff that you're working with, that's server-side detection. But because we are client-side, we're now able to fire 2,000 plus proprietary challenges and be able to really understand so much more about user behavior, browser detection, all the various things that will help us categorize your visitors into that suspicious, malicious, or valid traffic buckets.
Well, we're here at eTail Palm Springs.
Yeah.
Any big takeaways here from the conference?
No, I would just say that the conference has been great. Everyone's been so friendly, and there's just been a great audience here, right? I think everyone's very engaged. Obviously, it's hard. There's so many, vendors and people, and there's I bet you it's very overwhelming for a lot of people. But for us, it's been really nice to meet with current clients, but also potential new clients as well. And we're here to really just try to provide that layer of security and provide more protection for retailers. Yeah.
Great. I see you're speaking. Could you want to tell us just a little bit about what you'll be talking about?
Yeah, we just talked about your ROAS, your return on ad spend, I think is really key, right? Because right now, like we said, there's some level of invalid traffic and also ad waste that's happening every single day on your site, right? So you're investing in all these various paid media channels and you're not getting maximizing the return on investment there. So we really want to unlock that for you. But then also just the AI hybrid intersection we're in today, right? Everyone's using AI more than ever before. You are, I am, right? We're all using LLMs, but also it's not just going to be malicious moving forward, right? Gartner predicts 1 in 5 interactions and executions and purchases on your retail website is going to be some type of LLM by 2028, right? So that's a pretty significant chunk that's going to start happening on your website, but you don't want to just block automation because that's bad. You want to have the intelligence to understand, are they actually acting on behalf of a consumer? Is it a Claude bot? Is it an OpenAI bot? Is it something that's actually doing something positive on my site? Maybe they're trying to understand what the best type of solution or product is for this exact consumer. So we provide you that level of detail that you never had access to before. So it's really interesting, and I think that's really what's going to provide you with such a positive ROI moving forward, especially on the ad spend side.
That concludes today's coverage of eTail Palm Springs. A big thank you to all our guests and to the eTail team for hosting another outstanding event and continuing to build one of the best communities in e-commerce. For more conversations like these, subscribe to Talk Commerce. We will see you in the next episode, and we'd love to see you at the next eTail Boston too.